Hello, welcome to the allotment as part of the Stepping Stones project. Hi, welcome and thanks for joining me, Tracy, here today. We're going to really go into the subject of sowing. And I know it's been raining today, but the sowing we're going to do is in propagators. And I'm going to show you how to set that up and plant your seeds, water, and then you can take those seeds home with you and put them in the propagator on your window, on a sunny windowsill, and that will encourage them to grow. And this is a great way of starting your early vegetable seeding, sowing, rather than just putting direct into the ground. So off we go. So I brought some with me today, some potting compost. The compost today is really good for seeds. It's much finer, so if you want to pop into a shop and ask them for some compost for you, because you can seed in, they'll give you a much finer compost. It is. Just check, make sure it's okay, there's not a lot of lumps in it, and it's just like mixing really a crumble mix. Just put your hands in and get some air into your compost mix really. Make sure there's not a lot of lumps in there, because that's what will hold your seeds germinating and coming up. Your tray, you can buy the propagators already set up like this, or if you're into upcycling like I am, in my shed I've got lots of, you can buy little containers like this from your supermarket with mushrooms in. They already got little holes in there. So I'm telling all of you to collect all, don't put them in your recycling, collect all your plastic containers, because they make good propagators, as well as growing your larger seeds in as well, and transferring. But then also, if you didn't have a plastic propagator top, you can just cover your mushroom plastic container that you're going to reuse. You're going to wash it first of all. Just cover it in cling film. That's what's really good, and that's quite cheap. I must say, I was in a store last week, and they were a young couple, and they were hovering about, and he saw I had my allotment socks on. He said, "Do you know anything?" And I said, "If you don't want to spend a lot of money, just get some little pots, some compost and cling film and some seeds and put them on there." So they said, "Thank you very much." So I felt happy. I put them on their journey as well. So what we're going to do is to just put your compost in just about just under halfway. Give it a shake and flatten it out, and give it some moisture. At this stage it's not worth flooding with lots of water, so have your squirty bottle with water and give it a nice dampen. So as we know, with seeds what they need is the good compost and some water. And so now we're going to get our seeds out. Today we're going to put in some onions. These are Alice Craig, and always look on the back of your seed packet, because it'll tell you in the colours when to sow indoors, when you can sow outdoors, when they'll grow, and when you can harvest. So always have a little read on the back of your seed packet, because that's really good knowledge for you. This little tool is very good. So what you're going to do with the tool is to draw a line across, and that'll help you to know where you're going to sow your seed then. Dibbers, these are called. And the other part to their little family, this lifts, once I'll show you a bit later, once you've got your seeds all grown, this lifts your plant out then. So these onions are really great because they're sealed inside. Make sure you tap your seed packet, make sure the seeds go to the bottom, open it. And also, sorry, when you're checking your packet, make sure you check your dates, because all seed packets got dates best by, you got to use by, so these are okay. So they're by September 2022, so we're okay to plant these. Shake a few into your hand. You can get a little tool like this, which we can put your seeds inside, and then you can trail it along your little groove, if that'll help you. But I like to sow the seeds, with my fingers. So just pinch your little seeds and just sprinkle them along your groove. You don't need a lot. Don't flood the area with all your seeds. pop your seeds that you've left over back in, seal it all up and pop it back in there. That's ready for you to pot some more, because sometimes it's good to do some now and then wait another 3 weeks and do some more. That's really excellent to do with something like lettuce. If you want lettuce to come all the way through the summer, plant the seeds every 2 weeks and you'll have lettuces coming then right through, rather than do all your lettuces at once and then phew, the sun have come and they've grown really tall, which is called the term shot, and you can't use them then. But my chickens love those lettuces anyway. What you need to do then is to just get some more compost, sprinkle a little bit back on to where you've just sown those seeds, and water again. Why this misting water is much better at this stage, it doesn't disturb all your seeds and flood them all over, especially if you're going to do different seed sowing in your pot. And then I've got a permanent marker. It's always important to write what you've done, because if you're somebody like me, you think you can remember, and then a couple of weeks later you go back and you think, oh God, what was in that pot? So it's really good to do that. And then if I put February, and the name of the seed is the Craig, pull that off, put that in, and that's ready. And then what you need to do, place your propagator top on there. That's your mini greenhouse really, and then pop that on your windowsill. Don't forget to check it, to water it, and when your seeds start sprouting through, then we can transfer them. And I've showed you some that I've made earlier just for today. I heard that term before, and I'll just show you now how we can take those seeds out and transplant them out then. Right, these are some golden acre cabbages that I sowed using my windowsill. But what I did, I treated myself to a little heat mat, so I plugged that in the electric, sowed my seeds, placed them on top, and this is very gentle heat, and it tricks those little seeds into thinking, oh, it's germination time, here's the spring come in, and they germinate and they grow. After about a week they'll come through. That's all it takes. And then what I did, I took the mat away and then put them on still kept them on the windowsill, but I turned them then, because the light coming through, your little plants then will grow towards the light, so keep turning them, otherwise they grow too quickly. And then to stop them getting leggy, that means they're reaching quickly for the sun and they'll grow up quickly. You can get little hanging lights, propagator lights to put on top, and that stops that. So we've got these all ready for you, and they're the lovely cabbages that we're going to prick out now, and we're going to put them in a little pot so they can get much bigger. And I'll still keep them on my windowsill, or you can keep them in your greenhouse for them to be planted out. Once they are planted out and they come a bit bigger, you put them in your greenhouse before you actually put them in the ground, spaced out. Bring them out of your greenhouse in the day, and it's called hardening off, and put them back in the night. Because if you brought them straight out, they'd be too chilly for them, and they probably might wilt away then. So that's a little tip for you as well then. So what we're going to do is to get ready. These pots, I brought something different for you to see. These pots are made of cardboard. If I can get them out. I don't know if I can. And these can go straight into your ground. There we are. Because they will break down into it. So if you don't want to take them out of your pot and disturb those roots, you can just plant in these, do your hole in the ground, and put them straight into the ground then. Another tip, we do this when we do the beans, is collect your inners of your toilet rolls. This saves money. As I said, I'm into saving things in the environment. So you can fill this with your soil, dampen it, put your seed in there, and then you can plant this straight into your ground, because it'll break down. And this saves you money, because you don't have to go and buy your little pots as well then. So what we're going to do is to put your compost into your pot. Press it down with your thumb. Again, add your water. With your little dibber tool, make your hole in the middle. Okay. And then with your other tool, it's got a little fork on the end. Just lift your seedlings up and pull them out. Now this is a very important stage now, is try not to touch the roots as much as you can. Pull them out by the tops, because we don't want to disturb all of those lovely roots that's making that plant grow. And then with your little dibber, push down your seedling, add some more compost, firm everything up. Give it some water, and again they can be kept on a tray on your windowsill in a sunny position until they grow just that little bit bigger, then they can go into the greenhouse. So I think it's wonderful. It goes from a little dot seed into grow into that, and it'll become a full-blown cabbage. Today I'm going to show you the difference in the toilet in us is our broad beans. At the moment we're in February, so actually broad beans are quite hardy. You can plant them straight into the ground, but I'm going to show you today how we started off. And as again, I've cheated. And look at these, wonderful. I've been growing broad beans for you then. So that's on my mats to heat up. They've germinated, so I can actually put these straight in, but I'm going to keep them a little bit longer now and hard them off before I put them outside. On this germinator, it's got a little vent at the top that you can move to let air in and to close that out really. So don't forget to let some air into your plants if you use these. Right. So in our toilet rolls, we're going to fill them with some soil. Keep your hand over the bottom. Give that some water. Press down your soil. And again, look on the back. We can sow these broad beans. They're called de broad beans. You can sow them now indoors from January and February, or you can put them straight out. They're in date. Again, this is September 2022. Put one of your seeds in. The black bit on the bottom. Put some soil on top, firm that down. Give it a water, and again put that on your windowsill, or you can plant those beans directly outside. And just let you know, I'm going to transplant these out now. So again, fill your pot with some compost, firm it down. You get into your routines, give it some water. We're going to prick this out now. Be careful of your roots. You can just see then your seed is still there. That shot up as you plant and some roots have grown through, but you can actually still see your seed here because it's quite a big seed. With your dibber that I had, here it is. Make a larger hole. Make sure your roots go down. Be gentle with them. some more compost on the top. And give it a water. And there we have, your little vegetables are on their way then. Thank you very much everyone.